All right, hello everybody. What is happening? Welcome back to another video. Yes, I do have my Real Madrid shirt on, a la Madrid, as they say. So it's very rare. I really don't wear this shirt too much on video, which is weird. But today I have it. I guess it was one of those days. So let's get into the news. Actually, before I get into the news, I do want to say I hope Iker Casillas is doing well. Apparently, he has suffered a heart attack at the ripe age of 37 years old. He's in the hospital currently, but I think everything's going fine. However, a heart attack at 37 years old, that's never a good sign. If you're telling me that's fine, then, I would say that, um, you know, dinosaurs still exist. It's not fine. It's not fine to have a heart attack at 37. I don't know what's going on there. So hopefully Iker Casillas will continue to recover and do well. But this is kind of worrying. He is doing fine, obviously, but to have a heart attack at 37 years old, it's always a worry. So hopefully he does well and continues doing well. All right, so let's get into the news here for Real Madrid. The first piece of news, which comes quite as a surprise to many people, or to me at least, is that Hakimi is actually looking to come back to Real Madrid. Now, for right backs, we have Carvajal and Odriozola. I actually put Hakimi on my sale list. Yes, I did. I know. I was that guy. But you know what? Um, the thing with Hakimi is we already have two right backs who are doing very good. And Hakimi as a third right back, I don't think he would have been happy with that. So that's why I thought we should have sold him. But you know what? If he wants to come back to the club, then man, that's perfect. These are very good signs. These are signs that we want to see from a young right back, from young players, because they're the future. In Carvajal, we have the present. We don't have a future with Carvajal. We've got 4 or 5 years left in him. But after that, we'll have to look for someone else. And we obviously have Hakimi. We have Odriozola. I mean, three right backs to really compete for that right back position. There's going to be a lot of competition there. So Hakimi is a 20-year-old Real Madrid product. He's born and raised in Madrid. So Thibaut Courtois, you don't have to worry about what's going on with his cultural aspects of assimilating to the culture and everything, because he is a Madrid product. He doesn't have to worry about that. So Thibaut Courtois, try to get back in your business. He does represent Morocco internationally, and he has 14 caps with them already. But like I said, he was born and raised in Madrid. So he's going to be 21 this year. As we saw a couple years ago with Madrid, we saw the potential in him. He's a very, very good right back. I have a lot of confidence in this kid. He is an amazing kid. I do rate him more highly than Odriozola. However, when I saw Odriozola, I was quite surprised with what I saw. I didn't think he would be that good for us, and definitely proved to be a major success for us this season. I think he had quite a few assists in the Copa del Rey, if I'm not mistaken. He was doing very good. He was doing very good in that little lapse that we weren't doing so good in. But yeah, Hakimi is currently on a two-year loan deal at Dortmund, and he's going to complete his first deal of that loan pretty soon. I think it's July 11th that he signed his loan at Dortmund last year. Really, that league is just a pub league. I mean, Bayern win it every year. I think they're going to win it this year too, and that's going to be 8th season that they won it in a row. I mean, goodness, is there any competition at Bayern Munich? No competition. Jeez, it's kind of like the French league, and that kind of sucks, really. I mean, we got a way better league. Yes, we do have a three-horse race between Atletico, Barcelona, and Real Madrid, but I don't care. That's way better than the French league and the German league, the Bundesliga. So Hakimi is currently out with a metatarsal injury. He has had an incredible first season. I mean, if you talk to Dortmund fans, you'll see how much they rate this guy and how integral, how integral he's been to Dortmund's success this season. So basically, Hakimi has 3 goals and 7 assists in 28 games across all competitions, and he registered a hat trick of assists in one single game versus who else than Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. I mean, goodness gracious. Banter, man. This is crazy. What a coincidence, right? What a coincidence that it had to be versus Atletico Madrid. But anyways, yeah, I mean he's a great player overall, and to register three assists in one game versus Atletico, I mean, what an incredible stuff he's doing at Dortmund. So definitely would be great to see him back at Real Madrid. I'll just put a little quote here that he talked about. So I put this in quotes. It would be a dream to be back at Madrid as soon as possible. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. We'll see what happens. He also said, I'm a Madrid fan, and even if I'm not there, I'm always going to follow the club. It's been a difficult season for them, but Madrid have everything it takes to bounce back. Of course, we have Zidane. We have Zidane. I mean, if we had Solari, we wouldn't have everything. That's for sure. But having Zidane back in the team, man, we're gonna win stuff next year. That's for sure. Barca fans right now, try to savor the moment because next year, I mean, it's definitely going downhill for you guys. I mean, Messi is in the form of his life. I have to admit it, but with Zidane back and oh man, it's gonna be amazing. So. But anywho, that's what he said. So it's been a difficult season for them. Madrid have everything it takes to bounce back. That's why they're the greatest club in the world. They're in a slump, but I'm confident they'll come out of it. And he pretty much took the same route as Dani Carvajal. Dani Carvajal went to Bayer Leverkusen when he was, around that age, actually, around Hakimi's, I think it was exactly Hakimi's age. And he said that he wanted to do the same thing. When Dortmund came in for me, he said, I felt I could replicate what Dani Carvajal did at Bayer Leverkusen, go out on loan, and then come back as a more mature player, having had the kind of learning experience that I needed. I think I made the right decision. Of course, you made the right decision, Hakimi. You made the perfect decision. Because if you were at Real Madrid, I don't think you would have played as much. It would have been tough to get into the team, I have to admit. Carvajal has been injured, and Odriozola has gotten some minutes, but with 3 right backs in the squad, it would have been too much. And I think he really made quite an astute decision there by going to Dortmund, because if not, he wouldn't have gotten the minutes here. But anywho, that's enough for Hakimi. Great news for Hakimi. I'm glad to see that. Now we have Mr. Paul Pogba. Yes, of course, the dab master. So yes, Paul Pogba apparently wants to come to Real Madrid. No, he's kind of stated it. Look, he hasn't stated it completely. He has flirted with the idea of coming to Real Madrid. Solskjaer, what he had to say about the theme was that you can't guarantee anything in football. And yes, I think Paul is going to be here. I can assure you now he's very determined to succeed at Man United. I would say yes, I can guarantee, but in life, you can never. He will be as far as I can answer. So, he said yes, he is going to be here, but he can't guarantee anything. So, you can see 2 sides of the coin here. I mean, he said, I can assure you he is now very determined to succeed at Man United. He says now. But things change very quickly in football. And, obviously Paul Pogba has this dream of coming to Real Madrid. He's had it in his head for a while. It's been spinning. It's been going on in there. And it's never going to come out of his head if he doesn't play for Real Madrid. It's very, very, very analogous to the Ronaldo scenario, what was lived back about 10 years ago, where Ronaldo wanted to come to Real Madrid. Didn't come in that. I think he wanted to go in the 08-09. Was it 08-09? Yeah, right before the 08-09 season. He wanted to make the move to Real Madrid, but wasn't able to do so because I think Sir Alex Ferguson convinced him to stay one more season. However, Ronaldo didn't do so well in that season, and then he moved to Real Madrid. I think Paul Pogba might be in a similar situation where Solskjaer is going to want him to stay one more season. And he might just stay one more season. I don't think he might do as well next season because of that idea that he wants to go to Real Madrid. But next season he might come to Real Madrid. So I don't know if it's going to be this season or next season that he's going to come, but he eventually will come to Real Madrid. I just don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. So basically, it's reported that he'll have to take a pay cut if he wants to join Los Blancos this summer, and obviously we don't want to meet those excessive wage demands. Obviously, the board doesn't want to. He is on $15.8 million a year. To put it into perspective, he's slightly higher than Gareth Bale. Talking about a lot of money here. Higher than Gareth Bale. Now, obviously, Paul Pogba is a fantastic player. Gareth Bale, sporadic here and there. But, it just sums up that we do have to pay a lot of money for this guy. And he has to be a success at Madrid because if not, it is going to be considered a flop. That's for sure. But anywho, he's currently earning $290,000 a week at euros a week at Manchester United, and apparently the board, specifically Florentino Perez and the board, I guess they don't want to pay that. Zidane really wants him. The board doesn't want him. Pogba wants to come to Madrid. So there is a discrepancy. There is discrepancy between parties, and it might not happen this season. I said 60 to 70%. I have stated that before. I still think there's a good chance of Paul Pogba coming to Real Madrid this season. I do think that there is better chance of him coming next season. I still think there's a good chance of him coming this season. I think if he really wants to come, he'll definitely take the wage cut. He knows that Zidane fancies him, and he knows that right now it's a good chance to come to Real Madrid. And next season might not be a good chance. So if Madrid do offer him, do offer or do make an offer for Paul Pogba, then Paul Pogba might be looking to come to Real Madrid. But Zidane has to convince the board that Paul Pogba has to come to Madrid, or he has to, we have to sign him. We have to sign him, And in the end, it's just going to be about that. It's just going to be about fixing that discrepancy. And if they can have a mutual agreement, then Paul Pogba can definitely come to Real Madrid. And I think it's definitely very, very possible this season for him to come at Real Madrid. So that's all I have for you guys today. Really short video. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.